much. I'm going to bring in our Delia Gonzalez now. And Delia, we know that you sat down with the suspect's cousin. What are they telling you about this? Seeing their relative's face all over TV, all over the internet, linked to some very brutal crimes.
And some awful statements from a lot of folks who felt so compelled and distraught at what was happening, the fear that was kind of running through the community, not only in New York, here in D.C. as well. She is simply distraught. She says the family is devastated. They did not believe it was him initially, and then she got the phone call this morning confirming suspicions that she had when she was watching the news, kind of entranced and really fixated on what was happening in New York and in D.C., and realized he looked slightly familiar. She got that call today, and it confirmed her greatest fears. She says, we know that he's had run-ins with the law. We know that he suffers from mental illness, but we never did see any kind of violence like this in the past. She says he never got the help that he needed. Surveillance video shows a dramatic moment when 30-year-old Gerald Butler III surrendered to police. ATF agents quickly moving in to make the arrest just blocks from his Southeast home.
I was glad that it was over. I was glad that whoever it was, being it my family member or whoever, that it was over, because nobody deserves that type. Homeless or people, you know, anybody, nobody deserves that.
Rosaline Law says her younger cousin lived with her mother, who's 80 years old.
Every time I came over to see my mom, he was smiling, very respectable, but didn't really talk a lot. He didn't really talk a lot. He cared for my mom. He has suffered with mental issues for a long time. And so she took him in and gave him a chance to get himself together. But still, if you don't get help, then it's going to go to the next level, You never know.
In fact, WUSA 9 has learned the 30-year-old has an extensive criminal record. We poured through court documents that seem to show his behavior did escalate over the years, from misdemeanor unlawful entry in D.C. back in 2016 to assault with a deadly weapon. According to court records, Brevard served 7 months behind bars for that assault in 2018. He was added to Behavioral Health Department services. But then in March of 2020, Brevard was charged with abduction and assault and battery in Fairfax County, but released on a 1-year supervised probation.
If the judicial system would actually step in and give the people help that they need, then maybe it won't go to this next level. We just ask for prayers for the families, our family, as well as the family members and the people that this happened to.
A tragic story all around. I've been in touch with the family all day. Brevard's father just sent me a text message a short time ago saying that he is sorry and extends his condolences to those affected. He goes on to say that my son is a good person and, like so many people around the world, suffers from mental illness. We know there is a lot of fear in the community, especially among our neighbors who are experiencing homelessness. So today I did check back in with Catholic Charities. They run the 2 men's shelters in Northeast. That is in the area where these crimes occurred. Father John tells me their shelter is safe and their doors are open for anyone who feels frightened tonight. Back to you, Zoe.
All right, Delia, thank you so much.